Okay, in the video today I'm going to show you how I do water changes. And we're actually in my shop, which is on the other side of that wall is my fish room. I also put a small door in here so that when I am doing water changes I can see into the room and make sure I don't overflow water. What I did was I have a typical siphon tube or siphon hookup to my utility sink, and I ran this hose, drilled a hole through the wall, and it comes out on the other side. So if we go around the corner and into the fish room, you can see that that hose comes through the wall down under there, and what I've done is I bought a shutoff at the hardware store, typical shutoff, and I use PVC to make an elbow or a U shape with a T on the end. And right now I'm taking water out of the aquariums. So all you have to do is hang it in there, make sure the line is clear. If it has water in it, it won't always start because it gets an airlock in it. And you start up the sink on the other side of that wall there, and you begin to siphon water out of all the aquariums, which is what I'm doing now. It's very simple to do. The only problem is those tanks on the bottom do not siphon very well because you can't really siphon uphill. So I use a bucket, and I'm currently using a power head that has a strainer on the end of it. I throw it in the tank and siphon it into a bucket, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that hose, get a longer hose, and I'm also going to run it through the wall, and I'm going to permanently attach it to my utility sink. That way I don't have to carry buckets. All I have to do is plug it in, and the water will go from the aquariums on the floor over to the utility sink. And then when I'm ready to refill, all I do is turn the flipper on the bottom of the siphon mechanism on the bottom of the sink where it hooks up to the utility sink, and I get the water going the other direction. The only thing you have to be really careful is that you don't overflow and you get too many things going on at once. I still have some more aquariums here to take water out of. I'll be moving that pretty quick. I'll do a fish room tour here one of these days. I've changed things a little bit, but I'm just about have it the way I like it. So I just thought I'd run through it real quick and let you know how I do the water changes. What I use for a dechlorinator is I get it from Foster's and Smith. I buy it by the big jug. That way it's less expensive. And I pour it into this small one here and use that for my dechlorinator. My water comes out of my tap at about 7.8 to 8.0. So that's not too bad. I'm in the process of getting some peat moss so that I can soften the water a little bit up on my angel tanks. I also have an RO system under my sink for drinking water that I have tied to a reservoir in my shop. So I'll go through that someday. But anyway, I thought I would just run over how I do my water changes, and I will make more videos later.